Feeling worthless or useless about oneself has become so common in our society, unfortunately. I myself was no exception to this for many years, so I know firsthand how painful it can be to live this way. One thing that really got the ball rolling for me back when I had no idea where to begin was beginning to challenge the negative beliefs and thoughts that I had about myself. So if you believe that you're worthless, if you believe that you're useless, if you believe you have nothing to show for your life, see if you can challenge that. Is it 100% true that you're worthless, that you're useless? Can you point to no examples in your life that prove otherwise? I invite you to take a moment and think back on your life. Think of times where you may have helped someone, a friend, a family member. Maybe you were kind to a stranger. Maybe you had a job where people appreciated your work or that you made a customer's day, even though you yourself were not living your best life. Maybe it's a skill you possess that you've been able to help others with. Working on a car, fixing things, putting things together. Maybe you're good at cheering people up or making them laugh. Maybe you've been kind to animals. Maybe you're just a gamer and you've been able to teach others some tips and tricks. Now, in the beginning, if you're having trouble coming up with examples, you can also just come up with a list of qualities and traits that you feel represent who you are. I'm talking positive things, okay? Positive. So this can look like I'm a decent cook. I have good taste in music. I'm funny. I'm loyal. I can be kind. I'm a quick learner. I've been brave at times. We all have. Deep down, I have a good heart. Make a list of these things. If this feels very simple or like for beginners, it's because it is. I think for those who are very overwhelmed and are struggling, it can be very helpful to start with something simple and doable that you can sink your teeth in and get results from the beginning. Take your time, get creative with this. It doesn't matter how small the skill or the trait may be, there's bound to be something you can point to. The point of this exercise, again, is to challenge the negative beliefs you have about yourself by finding proof that says otherwise. This is very different than forced positive thinking. I'm not asking you to make up things out of the blue. I'm asking you to uncover real examples from your life, real skills and qualities that speak to the truth of who you are. This approach helped me so much in the beginning. I was able to successfully challenge many of the negative beliefs that I held about myself. In the midst of still struggling with self-worth issues, I was able to find proof that I did matter to some people, that I'd helped people, that I had skills that were useful for others and for myself. I had been kind to strangers, something that's very useful in the current world we live. I realized that despite my low emotional state, I was still able to help friends by cheering them up and making them laugh. And I remember them thanking me for this. This was powerful for me because it was the first time in a long time that I felt good about myself. It was a much needed break from all the negative thoughts that I was thinking on a daily basis. It gave me something to look forward to again. It gave me hope that if I put in the effort and I focused on growing this area of my life, that things could get better. For many of us, that's the biggest hump to get over, is believing that it's actually possible to change. So give it a try and see what you uncover. Again, it doesn't matter how big the deed was or how skillful you are at a particular talent. The point of this exercise is to realize that you have talents, that you have within you a useful purpose for this world. It's to show you that you do have skills that are needed. It's to show you that these abilities reside within you. And even though you're not doing so good right now, the potential to bring that out exists within you. Another benefit from doing this type of positive self-reflection work is that it opens up so many other opportunities for potential healing. For instance, say you uncover a few qualities or a few memories that were positive about yourself. Well, one thing you can do is you can think, what would happen if I improved on some of those skills? What would happen if I focused on growing these talents? Maybe there's a job or a career there, or maybe just a path you can start heading down. Another thing you can do is you can ask yourself, how come I no longer experience these positive qualities in my life? What changed or what happened to me? This line of questioning can lead you deeper into the origins of the issue itself. You may uncover certain deep-held fears you have. There could be some type of traumatic event you experienced that contributed to the way you're feeling. This could be very powerful because now you've identified a potential area in your life that you can begin working on and trying to heal. One of the best things about doing this type of work is that it opens up opportunities to experience yourself in a positive light. And I invite you to dive into that. Let the realization that you are useful, that you have worth, and that your life matters sink in. Let it sink in. See where it takes you. What are these good memories trying to tell you about yourself? What skills do you have to offer to the world? What kind of gifts come natural to you? Allow any positive emotions that are released during this process to come up. Allow yourself to feel them. For many of you, this could be the first glimpse of your true self, your true essence that you've experienced in years. For someone who's struggling, this could be more valuable than gold. These are gems, so hold them close. Many of us have been on the negative path for so long that we no longer believe in ourselves or that change is even possible. And if you don't believe in yourself, then it can be very difficult to change. This is why I recommend starting with this type of approach, this beginner step. Even though the negative feelings and thoughts that you have about yourself may not be the cause as to why you feel useless, why you feel worthless, they definitely perpetuate it, especially if you're experiencing them on a daily basis. So refamiliarize yourself with those positive thoughts, those positive memories, those qualities and those skills that you possess. Remember the feelings associated with these qualities and these memories. Embody them. And anytime you're beginning to doubt yourself or those negative thoughts begin to creep back in, you can think back to those positive memories and those qualities. The more time you spend with the positive thoughts and not the negative thoughts, the better you'll begin to feel. And the better you begin to feel, the better chance you'll have at overcoming this. This is key. Again, as a reminder, this isn't an exercise on simply thinking positive and sugarcoating things and hoping that everything's going to be okay. We're not making things up. We're taking real examples from our lives and real qualities that we possess that we feel at our core are true representations of who we are. That's what makes this powerful. I promise to you that the world needs you. Despite what you currently might be going through, the world needs you. Remember your strength, be kind to yourselves, and keep going, guys.